Refresh my memory. What was that we worked on?
We were trying to like get her to run like kind
Yep.
of head down and go like working trot.
Yeah, okay, good. So working her a bit more around in the frame and pushing forward at the same time. Yeah, good. That's okay. Okay, good, awesome. Well, let's see what you got here. So why don't we start down at this end, we'll just start circling around the skinny jump there. Now, she's lazy. Do you have a stick?
No, I couldn't find one.
Okay, I'm gonna give you spurs, and we might even give you a stick. So I think we had talked about last time that I wanted you to start riding her in spurs, so you have a little more help there.
No jabbing her with a loud leg.
No, well, I know Leo's legs are good enough that I can add these without being worried. These spurs are quite gentle too. They're blunt, they're not sharp, and they're not super long. And they're actually plastic as well, which is fine. Okay, this looks a little bit long. Just put your foot back in there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think for jumping it'll definitely be too long. Okay, so we'll leave it. We'll do some flat work and then we'll put him up to jump. Okay, so yeah, with the spur, of course, you don't want to be accidentally scraping her with them. Part of that is just foot position, right? Having your heel down. I'll come on this side where you can see. So put this foot back in. So you want to have your pinky toe on the outside edge of your stirrup iron. You want to have more weight on this part of your foot. So if this is your foot, push down a little bit here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then with your heel down and your leg in the right position, which it is now, your spur is not touching her, right? I'd like to see your leg a little more relaxed so this part is on. That's right. Okay, so right now, just be careful you're not pushing your foot forward. So feel right now how you're making contact with her belly all the way down to about here. Okay, and then you've got a gap. That's perfect. And then I want you to think about the spur as being like the exclamation mark at the end of your sentence. Okay, so that you're using your whole leg squeezes on, and then if needed, if you need to make your point, that's the spur is the last thing. Okay, and it's not, you're not going to jab her with it. You're just going to squeeze your leg, and if you need to squeeze hard enough, the spur will be there at the end, right? If you're squeezing just with your calf muscle, the spur is actually not going to touch her. It would take a really strong squeeze to make the spur touch, as long as your leg is in the right position. Okay, so let's start down at this end, circling around now don't move your bum, okay? So that's where you should never have to do this to make your horse go, okay? Because there's no go button under your butt, right? Where is she supposed to respond to going? Where's the go button? Under your leg, right? So if you squeeze and nothing happens, then you're gonna add your hard squeeze, finishing with the spur, and then you've got your stick there to back it up, right? The pushing in the saddle makes us feel like we're doing something, but it actually is very meaningless to the horse, especially when she's stopped dead, right? You'll see that ride like galloping to the open water jump, right? You'll see that ride where riders get everything going and they're pushing their seat as well and making it a driving seat. But that only works if you've already got momentum behind you, right? And for our purposes, we don't have anything that's going to require that much drive, right? If you came around the corner to a jump and she was absolutely determined to stop, then you might have to be that determined to make her go. But going into the walk, she's got to be more respectful to your leg. And that's where your leg can be a little quicker too, right? So you give her a squeeze and then be quick about, sometimes I call it like fluffing them up, like you're fluffing up a pillow. Like you've got to wake her up a little bit to what the legs are saying. Okay, so let's go ahead into the working trot. Now make sure she's not leaning on you there. I can already see her ribs pushing into the circle. That's right. And that's going to be important, Leo, for getting her riding on the bit as well, is that you've got control over where she's going, right? She's got to be channeled straight through the middle in order to get her going to the bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have you go back to walk. One thing I noticed when you went from walk to trot there is your reins are really long. So because the reins were sort of long and disconnected, as soon as she trotted and her head went up, you had this big loop in your rein. Okay, so when you're preparing to trot, you actually need to push her into the bridle as you shorten up your reins so that when she trots, you've got contact. Right? By its nature, the trot is going to cause her to shorten her neck. So you want your reins to be short enough. Push past, push past, push past. Yep. A little feline distraction there, right? And you want her still to be able to do her job, even when she's paying attention to something like a cat, that she's got to be paying attention to you more than whatever the distraction is. Okay, so ask for a bigger, bolder trot. Push her off that inside leg. Good. And now I want you to feel not like you're holding your reins like you've got little butterflies in your hands, but I want you to hold your reins with a little bit more weight, for lack of a better word, okay? So it's not that you're pulling on her, but have a feel of her mouth. You need to have that contact point to push her into. Bigger trot, and more bend. Push, shorten your reins. I can see the reins flopping, right? So the contact is being lost. Push into your reins. Push, 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 and you've got to feel her mouth, right? She's got too easy an escape route right now. Ask for a little bit of bend, push into your contact. You should feel some weight in your hands. Right now your arms are too giving, right? So Leo, you're kind of trotting around like this with your hands out in front of you, soft, soft, soft. Take a little feel here. Take more feel. Open your shoulders. That's right, that's right. Elbows by your hips. Good. Now leg yield her in a little bit to the circle. We've got to keep some activity here, right? Is she awake? I wouldn't be satisfied with this trot. Personally, I would have gone to my stick a long time ago. Perfect. Thank you, right? At least we got a reaction. Up to that point, she'd just been in La La Land. Now do something with the energy you've created. Good. Excellent. Good. I like that long, firm leg you're showing. Good. Now leg yield her in a little smaller and smaller. Come closer to the jump. What about your bend? Is she looking where she's going? Do you have weight in both hands? Right? Weight in both elbows. Is she looking where she's going? Good. There, we're starting to get it. Don't let the reins flop. Keep a feel. Keep the bend in your elbow. Good. Now slowly leg yield her back out to your big circle. There's a good sign. Push out, sideways, sideways. Get those legs crossing over. That's right. Good, Leo. Keep your eyes up and ahead. So you're feeling what she's giving you, right? You can glance down and check in with her, but I don't want to see you looking down to the dirt beside you, right? You can be looking ahead on your circle. Again, you're getting a little too light with your arms there. Keep some weight in your elbows. Remember what the side reins did, right? They made a point when she pushed up. There was some tension there, and so she yielded to the tension. You've got to create a little bit of tension here through your contact. So that, do you have the same quality of trot you did a moment ago? That's right. So it's the combination of the push and the contact, the weight, that's going to give you the shape over the top. Right? That longitudinal suppleness where she'll bring her back up and stretch her neck over. The contact's getting way better, Leo. We're going to get somewhere now, but don't let that inside rein go slack. Both reins in contact. Is she looking where she's going? Push through, push through, push through. Exactly. Make something happen. Right? She likes to coast. She doesn't like to work too hard here. There we go. There we go. It's just a matter of her putting her work boots on, right? But you've got to create that sentiment in her. Ah, we're getting somewhere. Good. Now make a small circle where you are. Contact's getting better. She's thinking about it. She's starting to look where she's going. Don't give away that outside rein so much. Right? Of course, on a circle, you need to allow your outside rein a little bit just to allow the bend, but I don't want to see the loop in the rein. Put your thumbs upright on top. Keep a feel. Connect her to that feel. Press her from your leg into your hand. Press her. Where is she going? She's leaning into your circle. Push the ribs out. Push the ribs out. Half halt. Push the ribs out. Good. Small circle. Break through this barrier. Get her to yield. Getting there. Getting there. Contact's getting better. A lot harder without the side reins. So we need to be creating that contact point that she's going to yield. Right? Once your legs get enough push, there it's coming. The contact's getting solid. Keep those ribs out. Don't let her lean into your circle. Yes, Leo, good catch. Stroke her with your inside hand. She just gave you a great response there. Right? We're not trying to make her life miserable. It's just a matter of coordination of aids. She knows what it means when you put your aids together. There, huh? Yeah, I told you it was coming. It takes a long time to learn this stuff, right? So you've got to be willing to be patient and keep chipping away at it. Keep that contact. Make sure the inside rein's not too long. Both reins are slipping away. Thumbs on top. Let's make sure she's not bored. Let's add a few walk steps. Forward to walk. Push her off your inside leg and spur. Don't let those ribs come in. Yeah. Contact. Thumbs on top like this. There you go. Think of the thumbs always where you're going. Good. Now trot on. Good. Push the ribs out. So when you feel her a bit stiff against your hand, I want you to use your fingers. You're going to actually turn your hand a little bit like you're turning a car key. Have you ever started a car? Okay. So you know that feeling where you turn your hand, you turn the key over? So that's the feeling. If she locks up against you, you're just going to gently work your fingers and turn your hand over a little bit like you're starting a car. Yes, look at that, huh? And that's the combination of your leg, her having a good impulsion in her working trot. Now don't drop your contact there. Keep it. Keep it. Exactly. Good decision to shorten your reins. That's right. Combination of leg, press, and contact. And then if she's stiff in the contact, you're just gently working her off of it. That's right. Turn the car key in your left hand because she looks a little stiff on that inside rein. Good. Small circle just around me. Contact is way better than what you started with, Leo. Push her through the middle. Think of your legs lifting the saddle up. Lift her back up. Good. It's okay. Leg yield out though. Make it useful. Make it useful. Push out. That's right. That's right. Good girl. Be ready to praise her the next time she submits like that. Come. Yeah, praise her with your inside rein. Perfect. Good stroke. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Feel it coming together? So we're still not all the way there, but you've stuck with the process and it's getting better and better. Good. Make sure your hands don't go too low, right? You don't want to feel like you're pulling her down. You want to be pushing her up from your leg and just receiving that energy into your hand. And then the little adjustments you can make are just in terms of getting her to soften her mouth and her jaw so she doesn't lock. That's right. Good. Ask for a little bit more. Turn your car key on your left hand. Keep both legs. You got a really good moment there. Just keep it. Work it. Work it. Push on. Push on. Yeah, she goes, this is hard. This is hard. Don't let her cut her engine out. Push on. Legs burning. This is hard work. Good. Awesome. Okay, so I've just helped you a little bit with your impulsion there. Now try a counter bend. Bend her to the outside. Think of your thumbs turning right a little bit. Good. Work your car key on your right hand now. And just a little half halt on your left rein. Make sure the reins aren't getting too long. Same rein length that you had. Push and half halt. Shake her off the right rein. Good. Good. And go back to your true bend. Inside leg, not too sudden, right? You don't need to do this with your hand. Keep your hands on either side of her neck. There we go. Praise her. Good. You were just a little bit slow there, huh? So she gave you a really good moment where you needed to praise her. By the time we got it done, she had lifted her head up and broken the contact. Push on. Push on. Give her a little woof with your spur there. Yeah, right? Because you feel she's just like crawling in the mud. She's not working very hard with those legs. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, she's got to be an athlete. She's got to use her body properly. Shake her off the left rein. Be ready to praise her. Belly up, back up. Keep the impulsion. Push, push, push. Good decision with your whip. Exactly. Oh, she's getting away with it. You're probably getting tired here. Leg yield out for a sec. Good, Leo. Okay, give her a little walk break. Hard work. Especially when we go around the same side. Okay, but we were getting somewhere there. I'm going to give you a little helper here. Okay. Okay, just go forward in the walk. Remember to go sideways if she feels stuck. Walk one, or just stop one sec. I'm just going to tuck this in better. Okay. Good, good, good. So I'm not a huge fan of gadgets, and I would include martingales in that. Just stop one second. But I will occasionally use them as a means to an end, especially when it's about training the rider, because sometimes, or I've just found that, there you go. I've found that oftentimes riders need to feel what the right feeling is in order to create it, right? It's really hard to manufacture something that you don't know exactly what it is. So this is just, again, going to be a helper, just like we had the side reins on another time, to help you get to that right feeling. And we can see it's a very pieced together martingale, because I don't have one that fits her. So let's go ahead working trot again, Leo. So what about your contact there, though? You started with loose reins. Good, now push forward, right? Make sure she's not sticking. The go message has to be louder. That's right. Good, and then use your bend to just loosen her up a little bit. Think leg yield. Even when you're not leg yielding, that you're just pressing into her ribs and then waiting on that outside rein. Come, push, bigger trot. Go to your stick if needed. And we know with her, especially after a walk break, that she comes out sticky, right? Bigger trot. Good, and try your counter bend. Good job to keep the trot going. Be ready to praise her as soon as she softens up. Keep her forward. Yes, good girl. Good, and straighten her out. Good, Leo. Push there. Don't let her lean on the martingale, right? Push her through her body. What we want to see is that this martingale goes slack, because you've gotten her to the point at which she gives. Leg yield out. That's right. Good. 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 Just walk one sec. I'm just going to actually loosen it one hole. Oh yes, big sigh. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That forward thinking is just always number one, right? You can't do anything until you have a horse in a desire to go forward, right? Including, or especially, collection, right? If you don't have the right kind of engine there, the right kind of impulsion, it's impossible to collect. Collection takes a lot of energy, right? You've got like a popcorn maker. You've got to have all this stuff happening, but then you're keeping the lid on it so that you're having all this activity that's not going very far, right? Like maybe you're doing a canter pirouette where the horse is just pretty much on the spot, but every step has a lot of action to it. Yeah, good. Yeah. Good. Okay, Leo, let's reverse direction. Stay on your circle down here. We'll see how she is to the right. Keep trotting. Push through, change of bend. Make sure the inside hand's not too low. And think again about those leg yielding aids, getting her softer from her rib cage over into your outside rein. Good. Keep some contact there, outside rein. Good. It's getting better. Oh, the reins have gone slack though, so that means that she's 100% leaning on the martingale and nothing coming through to the contact. Aha, good for you, right? As soon as you made the contact more primary, you started to get a better yield. Good, okay, let's go ahead and canter. So same process, contact. Good, sit up, coordinate your legs into that half halt. Stay tall, hug around her belly, look up. So turn the car key, right? Get some yield happening here. Sit up, sit up. Yes. There we go, a little bit. Yeah, good for you, good for you. And then when you get her softer on that inside rein, remember the outside rein is your lowering rein, right? That's what's actually gonna finish getting her on the bit. The inside aids are there for flexion, for yielding to leg pressure, and then you've got to contain a little bit with your outside rein. Stretch up, half up, outside rein. She's a little overbent to the inside. So use the outside rein as that straightening influence. Good, stretch up, more outside feel. I can see white in your left hand and blue in your right, so your outside rein's too long. That's right, make the contact on the outside rein more clear. Good, it's getting there. Leg yield out. Lengthen your inside rein, Leo. You're choking her up too much on that inside rein. Press through. More outside aids. Shorten her up on your outside aids. Try a counter bend to get that feeling. Counter bend to the outside. Good, both legs send her on. Good, where are your thumbs pointing? They should be pointing where you're going. Yes, praise her. There we go. There we go. Now straighten her out, so don't overbend. Just enough bend to follow the circle. Good, keep that, don't shorten your inside rein, keep that length. Good, feel the outside rein, sit up, sit in, half halt, shorten her up. Good, good, good. There we go, huh? Praise her. Good, Leo. Okay, forward to trot. So it's not going to be dramatic. It's not the best TV, I'm afraid, for YouTube, but there's little good things happening there, and we've just got to keep chipping away at it. Okay, let's give her and you a walk break here. And again, make sure your warm-ups are reasonably short and very much to the point. Of course, you give her time to warm up her body. You want to walk for about 10 minutes. But when you go to work in the working trot, you want to be quite businesslike about it. Make sure she's not hanging behind your leg, right? That's why I'm always surprised when I come out here and you guys aren't carrying a stick. I'm like, well, is she that awake that you don't need a stick? And I've never had the experience of taking anyone's stick away on her, right? It's not like, uh-oh, we better drop your stick. This is a horse who benefits from the rider having that tool there. So to reiterate, I want you to warm up with a whip. Okay, and like we talked about last lesson, you can start wearing these spurs that are in her locker now. They're only going to improve the quality of your communication, your aids with her. They give her a little bit more clear signal, right? You don't have to use such a big move with your leg when you've got the spur there to help tweak it, finesse it. Okay, Leo, we're going to start on the left. We're going to do some canter pulls here to get set up to jump. So I know how many strides should be in here, but I want you to come in with a good canter and count your strides and tell me what you ended up with. Okay, so again, after the walk break, you want to be very businesslike about getting her back on her job. Firm but fair. And I think it's more fair to be effective than to have to nag and nag. Yeah. Okay, so go back to walk. So I don't want to have to be a nag either, right? I don't want to be always clucking at you. When it's, you know, we're trying to get her on the bit, it's a bit new, so I don't mind reminding you about how much leg you really need there. But when it's something like going from walk to trot, I need to see you make that correction more quickly about getting your full working trot right away. Okay, so off you go again. Good, so she took you seriously that time, right? Good, okay, go ahead and canter. Maybe take a circle in the canter just because we haven't, I know you warmed up in canter, but we haven't done any for a long time. So you're getting your rhythm established. Good, shape is good, bend is good. Okay, and look for your pulls. So we had such a big wiggle in the middle there that she actually landed on the wrong lead, being the right side lead, which is her less favored lead. So that tells you how badly the wiggle went, that she would choose her less favorite lead over being on the correct lead. Straight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still had a wiggle towards the box, Leo. Okay, so you got a good 6 strides both times. The first time she went way out to the box. The second time she went a little bit out to the box. This time she needs to go straight. Middle to middle. Both times she's gone to the right. Guard that right side. Fit it in. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. She just fitted in the second one. Way straighter. Good for you, Leo. Now just walk a sec. Are you counting rhythm on the way to the pole? Aha. Okay, so back here when I said fit it in, why did I say that? Nope. Well, yeah, I guess so. If you'd done nothing, she probably would have just heaved herself over. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. So yeah, what I saw back here was, okay, you've got 3 strides left, but they're a bit tight. So you've got to make sure you get the 3 strides fit in and not end up with 2 3/4, right? And then she ends up flying over the pole like this. Okay, so if you're counting your rhythm, you're going to start to educate yourself better about how many strides you have left. Okay? All right, so I want to hear you out loud. You're just going to count 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way there. And then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up the line. Good, more businesslike. Good, lovely. Look early. Good. We're still veering towards the box there, Leo. You need to be more determined about your track. So come again, I like the counting out loud, but she should never be facing the jump. She needs to be facing the pole the whole way. Hey, Emma. Uh-oh. Okay, walk a sec. So when you get a big jump in over this one, what does that mean for your next one? It's going to be short. Right, okay? So that time, instead of shortening, you just kept going full power there, so you ended up with 5. Right? I still want you to do 6. So if you get a big one in here, then you need to right away go wait 2, 3, 4, and fit in your 6 half holds. Okay? Can you feel her drifting to the boxes? Sometimes? Yeah, because she gets her chest over here like she's going to jump one of the boxes. So that to me means that you need to have more right leg on and have your hands a little bit to the left, that you're shifting her shoulders over and guarding that side of her body. Okay? We're going to make it perfect. Then we can jump. Oh, those are awfully long reins to pick up the trot in, Leo. So just go back to walk. We're going to try that again. Go back to walk, drop your reins. So I want all of you guys getting in the habit of pressing her forward, shortening up your reins, getting organized into a contact, and then trotting. And she needs to be looking where she's going. That's right, that you're riding her as an educated rider would ride an educated horse, right? She's come a long way. You need to really make sure that you're matching her training now. and pushing her training. Look ahead. Good. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're close. Walk us. You were good that time to be patient in the line. I still don't like your track very much. So I'm not doing anything revolutionary here. I'm just going to give you a visual guide of where the edge of your track should be. Right? That lines up with that pole. Her feet need to be here. Right? She needs to be right in the center. Okay, come again. So I don't want to see her close to those poles. She needs to be right in the center facing the next one. Wait. Good, much better. Okay, Leo, let's walk and go on the right rein, and you're going to show me that good 6 off the right. Straight and 6. Good with your counting, straight up into your lead change. Good, awesome. Awesome, okay, and walk. And you look ready to jump. So the bulge may seem like I'm being really extra particular, but when you're in a line of jumps, if you lose control over where your horse is facing the jumps, it's gonna drastically change your distance, right? And with her, I mean, we know she can go on stride, but she's kind of like my horse. She doesn't have the hugest stride in the world. She's got enough, but not, as Brian says, not an excess of step. So in order to make sure she has enough to get the job done, that you can go down the 4-stride line in 4 so that you can get to your combination in the counter you want, you need to make sure that you have this horse straight, right? And as we know, when you have a straight horse, she's gonna push off the ground more evenly off both hind legs. You're gonna get a better jump out of it, which means that you can jump a bigger jump out of it, right? All it takes is those shoulders to be a little bit off the track, and you're taking some of her power away. Okay, so now we're going to do our line of jumps in the 6 strides. So we want to be lining up with the center of these boxes. Okay, so you see the seam in those barrels? You're going to be jumping the seam and then jumping this seam here, right? So what I want to see is her hind legs are here, pushing off, that she's even on the right on the middle there. Okay, we'll start on the left. No, we're gonna leave it. It's good. It's good. Oh, sorry, sweetie. Yeah, it's loose enough. It should be fine. Yeah, right away. Which way is she leaning? right? Those little things are a big deal to your horse. If she knows she can push through your left leg, she will take advantage of that. Do you have contact, Leo? Good, push on. Good job, awesome. We had a little hesitation in front of those boxes and you were really good and clear with your leg. Okay, just walk a sec, we forgot to shorten your stirrups. And you rode really well there, but it'll probably feel better with a shorter stirrup. Okay, do you remember how to do this? Keep your foot in. Keep your foot in. Turn your knee out. Good, and then you're gonna grab these two, pull up and out. Good, and then you can go up a hole from there. I'll do this side, but I want you to practice that, so. Actually, go up two, okay? They're really little holes. Okay, Leo, we're gonna do our same line in 6, and then I want you to come around and make a nice straight turn to the pink vertical. Okay, so you're doing the line and then the diagonal pink one towards me. She might have a look at it. Be prepared to be very firm there. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Good. So look for the pink, be straight and clear. Stop, 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 stop. Stand in front of it, exactly. Yeah, get over there. Look up. So ideally you would have wanted her to stay where she was, given her a spank, and then carry on, okay? So why don't we back up now and we'll get you to jump over it. Actually, you're fine. You can just back up a few more steps. You can just go the height it is. Back up, back up. Which leg? Yeah. Yeah, good for you. Good. Now just stand still for a moment. Good. Shorten your reins. You can grab some mane. You're going to sit the trot in. Look up, up, up into the wall. And trot over. Hard leg. Hard leg. Hard leg. Good. Oh, we almost had the lead change there. You needed to open your inside rein because she gave you the hind leg first, which is amazing. That's the easy way. Okay, Leo. Good. We're going to go back down to that end, jump the pink one again, and then keep coming around the ring and jump the rainbow one. What's that? Yeah, the pink one like you've just done, and then keep coming around and then jump this one across the next diagonal. Make sure she's working for you. Is this the canter you want? Good ride, and you kept her nice and straight. Open your inside rein. Good, you got it. So be that determined to your next fence. Nice. I like how you pushed her in front of your leg, Leo, and look what a good jump you created. Good, and walk. So you felt there when you left the wall, you added just a little bit more engine. I don't want to see you change your canter necessarily, but you recognize that she was just losing her engine a little bit. You added that engine back in, and you ended up with a nice forward ride and a great jump here. Good, make sure you're counting, okay? I want you to get in that habit all the time. It's gonna really help you know where you are. Okay, give her a little walk break, pat, right? After the initial refusal, she's been very good. And again, if you have that refusal, you want to stop her, give her the correction, and then carry on. Carry on getting her to re-approach and pop over. Okay, so you've done really well riding straight up this line. Interesting that you found it easier when they were jumps instead of poles. All right, we got to work on that skill with the poles. Okay, so she hasn't done the boxes like this before, so I want you to come show them to her. Because horses find this a bit intimidating sometimes when there's a gap in the middle. On a hill here, Missy. You're okay. Okay, so we're going to do our same course. So up the line in 6. Down over the pink vertical, and then back up over the rainbow one. Being straight is even more important now that your jump's gotten more narrow here. Come on, sit up, help, help, help. Back up. Where are your eyes right now, Leo? Back up, come on, you're gonna jump over it. That's not enough room. Just gotta be awake to you here. There we go. Okay, are you ready? Are your reins short? Hands forward, legs ready to be 1,000 pounds. You might need your stick too. Look up, look up, look up. Good ride. Awesome, now praise her and circle. Let's just do our line again. So you rode that really firm, really well. She should feel confident going there now this next time. So right away, we're going to confirm that with her. Do you need to escape, Mary, or are you? Okay.
I understand, it's important.
Thanks. Okay, except you almost left the stride out, which is not the point, okay? Just walk a sec. It's really important with a horse that's nervous that you don't chase them at the jump. I'm just going to fix her martingale here. We don't want her to feel galloped at the jump, right? She needs to be thinking about it. We need her to be doing it not just because she's scared of you, but because she's actually secure that you're helping and that she's been introduced to the jump properly. So it's very important that you're still doing 6 strides down this line. Okay, you just got way too fast here. So then it was one really huge stride and then a tiny one at the end. Okay, so let's come again. I want you to jump it in the same rhythm that you were jumping the other jump. You might need more leg to help, but not leg to send her forward, leg to help her stay compressed and energized. Right? So that means you need your contact as well. Come on, look up, give her a spank. Good. Now get firm about which canter you're in, right? You're in a happy medium canter with a lot of supportive leg. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great ride. Look at your pink jump. Supportive leg. 3, 2, 1. Good. That's okay. That's her mistake. Look at your next jump.
There you go. Look at that.
3, 2, 1. Good. Oh, she jumps the stink out of that one. Okay, good. Walk and give her a pat. Good job, Leo. So that was a great ride up the 6 stride line. Okay, you feel the difference there? You were just as firm about it, but you weren't gunning her at it, right? You were saying, stay with me and believe it, right? Instead of just go at all costs, right? You have to keep a level of organization even though you're being really strong. Okay, so that was a way better ride. And then here I thought you rode great. She's just a little bit crooked through her right shoulder, which is maybe why she didn't jump very well. So coming out of the turn, make sure that you build out your turn. You've got that outside rein to help with straightness so that she's jumping a little bit straighter with a little more power, like she did at the rainbow jump. That was wonderful. Okay, we're going to do our same course, but we're adding now, after the rainbow jump, you're going to keep coming and jump this oxer, which looks like I got to put it up a bit. Yeah, right at the end. There's 2 pulls without it. I've got some zebra duct tape though, so I might put that on. That'll really wake the horses up, right? They don't like stripes or pinstripes. You know, there's some pulls at Thunderbird that are like pinstriped all the way around, and some of the horses are like, ah. Okay, so we're adding the oxer at the end. Oh, and we're going to make this a little more challenging. So I think I'll be nice. With the experienced horses, I would do this just with 2. I think I'm going to give you a 3rd one. So it's just a height change, not really a narrower jump. So determined, firm support without letting that canter get away and get too big. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 is the pink, 4 is the rainbow, 5 is the oxer. Okay. Looking up, send her through the legs. The crookedness when you pick up your reins is not necessary, right? It's an evasion. And it probably starts up between her ears, right, of her thinking about going to work. Good. Determined, firm, not fast. Whoa, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job, Leo. Good, straighter. Good for you. Looking ahead, make sure she's looking ahead. Good with your 2-point there. Good job. Right bend. Good. Okay, give her a good pat. Good. So you both handled the newness of the tall barrels really well, right? She over jumped it for sure, but you stayed organized and you fit in those 6 strides, even though it got a little bit tight. And then your ride was much straighter to the pink jump. The last time she got it with her front legs. This time her front legs were really good and she didn't quite bring the hind legs up. Now that made me wonder if maybe you were sitting up too early in your 2-point, but I saw over the next jump that you were really good in your 2-point, so I couldn't tell from where I was if that's what caused the rail. It's probably because she got it in front the last time, that this time she was so careful in front she just forgot her hind legs a little bit. Okay, again, really good rainbow jump, and then really good oxer. Okay, so we'll just give her a moment to walk, and we're just going to do our course one more time. I'm actually going to take this off now that the jumps have gone up enough. She would probably be fine. Usually we're fine up to about 3'6" with a standing martingale, but she's also not super used to it, so. Okay. We're just doing one last course here, Emma.
What's the course?
He's jumping everything except the green box and the wonky vertical there, and the skinny. So he's starting with the line, and then there's all diagonals after that. And then he's finishing with the bending line back to that box. Okay, are you happy with your canter? Five, 6, good.
We're having Vito up here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Which rein goes on the outside?
The little ring.
Good, good. Make sure you stay with her jump there though, right? You've got to give her a little release and hold your hips bent over the jump. Grab some mane this time. Grab mane. Good. So when you grab mane there, your hands are staying in front of you over the jump, which allows her to jump properly, okay? We're gonna do the pink jump, grabbing mane, and then the bending line to finish, okay? You're just a little tight with your hand sometimes and a little bit stiff with your 2-point, and I think that's just inhibiting her jump. So same ride in, but just think here about softening your hand as she jumps, right? Wait for her to be jumping, but then you need to give her that release and stay with your hands there until you land. Okay, so we'll just do 1, 2, 3 to finish. So again, you're gonna think about a generous release. Good, better.
He's still pretty lame.
Yep.
Good. Hands touch her neck. Good, Leo. Good job. So you had the right idea over this one, but your hands are just a bit too high, right? But I saw that release action. It's just that we want to try to find her neck during your release so that you have a crest release, hands beside the neck, not above the neck. Okay? Good though overall. So that's something we need to keep working on, and every time I see you, we're gonna do straightness exercises, okay? Because she needs it, and it's gonna be hugely important to you in terms of being able to put the jumps up and get there accurately. Good, well done.